So when it comes down to practical tips, by the way, if anybody out there has a clinic and you're thinking, should we wear name tags or not? I would say absolutely. And it should also have your role. So if you're, chiropractor underneath it, or surgeon or medical assistant or whatever, because that gives the patient context. And I always put this out to any of our customers. Find me a company that focuses really highly on service that doesn't use name tags.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't think of one when I go off on my head. So in the States, Starbucks is, you guys have Timmy's coffee, but we have Starbucks mostly. Starbucks always has your name on their chest,
Yeah.
right? Always. You think about who would you think of a company that really focuses on service?
Literally, as soon as you put the first thing that came, I guess this is probably good product placement, right? In terms of advertisement.
Yes.
Popped in my head as well, too. Like, it was just one of those things in terms, it's always the name, and they are supposed to write our names on our copies as well, too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't think about that. That's another great way to connect with you, right? Writing your name on your coffee. Interesting. Yeah. That's incredible. Yeah. I was thinking like Disney, no matter where you go in Disney or any Disney store, any Disney ride, any Disney area, always a name tag. It's a standardized name tag. Nordstrom's, trying to think of anything else, but any high service, it's always got a name tag.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I like that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, and you're going back to when I was in Northern Ontario, we started off, and my apologies for for vocalizing it. We started off with the name tag, and I kept it on for about a week or two until you kind of, like, all the other patients started to see you and get used to you. And either way, that, once again, I know we were talking in terms of barriers with racism, but we were even touching with this. There was that subtle issues about sexism, right? Like that male who's coming in to replace this female doctor. And it wasn't about to prove who's better, who's not. I would just always tell patients, hey, we graduated the same college. We have the same education. Her hands are her hands. My hands are my hands, right? That doesn't mean I can't do what she does. It just, my hands will replicate what she does. And I'm a firm believer, Josh, once again, too, if you don't know, hey, I don't know. Like, it's okay to say, I can,
Yeah.
It's okay. Hey, step out, look
It's
it
that
up.
H in the system. It's humility, like asking, do you go by Marco? Or, like, I don't know. And it's perfectly okay for you not to know.
1,000%.
But I know where the answers are. I know how to get information for you.
That builds trust, because I will, like, tell patients, hey, I don't know. I will quarterback this with you, but if I don't know, I will bring you to the people or the person to go down that route, because why am I going to do something if I don't know? Then they get hurt even more. And I find, particularly in the healthcare, that can be a barrier within the self, which is a barrier to how many patients have we've heard where, oh, they did this, they didn't know. I'm like, if you don't, and now mind you, whatever someone's experience, their experience, but if you don't know personally, just tell them. You're not going to lose them. They will respect you for that.
Yeah.
They really that trust, right?
Yeah. One of the things that sticks out in my mind looking at the research, there's a study saying on what gets patients the highest, or what gets the highest patient satisfaction. And one of the insights that group had in the research was that anytime they noticed a spike in patient satisfaction, anytime a doctor made a mistake and then corrected himself in front of the patient. So if I go, hey, what's up, Mike? Oh, I'm sorry. It's Marco. I'm so sorry. I if I do that in front of you, you go, oh, this guy's humble. He makes mistakes, but he knows that they're mistakes and he corrects them, right? Huge uptick. And they, even to the point where the researchers said it may be worthwhile for doctors to purposely make a mistake.
There was this one story. I couldn't remember with respects to the type of depression that they were referring this to, but there's been thousands of studies linking exercise towards depression. So we know that you're active. Okay, cool. The one study I read was they looked at people just driving and parking in the parking lot, just parking at the gym. They already reported better scores in terms of their overall wellness compared to depression. That's why I tell patients, I'm like, you don't need to do a lot. And that's another thing too. Just working with, I'm not trying to fit a patient, a square peg into a round hole. Conditions, textbook, you're giving them the plan of management. This is what I think works for you, not everyone else. And they love that. It's for patient-centered care, right? So but lots can happen.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Trust Driven Insights, brought to you by TrustDrivenCare. Imagine a world where all your patient communication is in one place, seamless, effortless, and on autopilot. That's the power of Trust-Driven Care. If you're ready to streamline your practice, check out TrustDrivenCare.com and see what's possible. Trust-Driven Insights. Real conversations. Smarter care. Stronger business.